Why is it now difficult when things are very, very, very hard now under your Tinubu government, which you know that you guys are paddy movement? Why didn't you come out and ask your congregation to sign 1 million signature and protest against President Tinubu? As a man of God, that is what you should have done, not keep quiet. So when I hear people saying that he's a daddy Gio, he's not supposed to talk about politics, he has talked about politics before. He has talked about coming out to protest against President Jonathan.
Guys, I want to welcome you all back to this channel. We call it Touchstone TV because in this channel, we test every matter with the truth. We are not afraid of the truth. I saw this video and I'm going to share it with you. Just a couple of short videos of 2 minutes. And here, of course, we know about the EMI LOKAN music by Eedris Abdulkareem. And he granted this interview. And it's a fresh interview. But there are two things he said that I want to share with you. Because the truth is that we cannot keeping quiet. God will raise up other people to speak the truth. If 1 million pastors in Nigeria have become dumb, God is going to raise other people. And I'm going to read you this verse of the scriptures, and you're going to see how true it is that when God looks for a man and he doesn't find, he will find a way, or else the people will be totally destroyed. Eedris Abdulkareem spoke two things to tell you how much he is not for sin and evil. He condemned all the musicians that have left the burning issues in our society to be singing about money and to be singing about women and buttocks. And then he condemned the entirety of ministers of God and prophets of God that the people depend on for truth, to speak truth to power. Even the Bible makes a case for ministers of God to talk to politicians. But our pastors seem to have forgotten that role. But God is raising other people who are going to speak that truth. We may not like the way they are speaking it, but we don't have any option. I'm going to give you this video to watch. I want you to share it if you think this video deserves to be shared to people who need to hear it. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 27 to 30. Your politicians are like wolves, prowling and killing and rapaciously taking whatever they want. Your preachers cover up for the politicians by pretending to have received visions and special revelations. They say this is what God, the Master, says, when God hasn't said so much as one word. Extortion is ripe. Robbery is epidemic. The poor and needy are abused. Outsiders are kicked around at will, with no access to justice. I looked for someone to stand up for me against all this, to repair the defenses of the city, to take a stand for me and stand in the gap to protect this land so I wouldn't have to destroy it. I couldn't find anyone, not one. We thank God that God has found some people and he's going to use them whether we like their method or not.
My brother, the new generation of musicians that we have, if they can use their music to speak to power, Nigeria wouldn't be where it is today. But they are using their music to distract Nigerians and at the same time to corrupt children of what is not right. Use your music, since Nigeria has made you who you are, because people like us who are adult statement in the business has been able to revolutionize the music industry to what it is today. So sometimes use your music to speak for Nigerians, because it is the same Nigerians who made you who you are, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Those critics are happy slaves. That's their definition. They are happy slaves because these are people that are benefiting from this government. They are happy slaves. And if the critics are part of the GO's members, you understand what I'm saying? Here is my fact. When your daddy GO came out and asked Nigerians through all his churches to sign an undertaking for a 1 million protest against President Jonathan. Also, during Buhari government, he came out with 1 million people to protest. Why is it now difficult when things are very, very, very hard now under your Tinubu government, which you know that you guys are paddy movement. Why didn't you come out and ask your congregation to sign 1 million signature and protest against President Tinubu? As a man of God, that is what you should have done, not keep quiet. So when I hear people saying that he's a daddy G.O., he's not supposed to talk about politics, he has talked about politics before. He has talked about coming out to protest against President Jonathan. He asked people to sign. He has protested during Buhari government. So let him come out and protest during Tinubu government. So we do not say Ojoro no day. So anybody that is saying what you said, you know what I'm saying, they are just happy slaves. Simple.
EMI LOKAN, don't turn, EMI LOKAN. Yorubas are screaming, Hausas are crying, my Igbo brothers are saying, no blame them, Igbos have been discriminated. Even food don't turn to gold in Nigeria. Kidnapping, lucrative business in Nigeria. Imagine saying your grandchildren where they kidnap. By now, your soldiers for don't scatter Nigeria. How come a man won't get money for ransom when they kidnap him, his wife and his children? After everything, now they go kill them. See, as Naira, they fall against dollar. EMI LOKAN, don't turn to EMI LOKAN. And you say make we sacrifice for Nigeria. 7 billion to renovate your residence, 15 billion for your traveling allowance. That's not for you and your only vice president. 40 billion for Aso Rock maintenance, 5 billion for food and refreshment, 100 of millions for dogs and animals. Meanwhile, hunger they kill Nigerians. What did Nigerians do to warrant this treatment? Even Gary, they no fit afford for the family. Tinubu government blame Buhari. Buhari government blame Jonathan. Hunger day, people they die. This one don't pass jaga jaga. Oh. EMI LOKAN, OTD EMI LOKAN, Baba EMI LOKAN, Edaku EMI power. EMI LOKAN, OTD EMI LOKAN, Baba EMI LOKAN, Edaku Ojetiwo. Tinubu was APC party leader during Mr. Buhari Jaga government. Why didn't you help Buhari to solve the problem? Debt under Buhari, 77 trillion. No proof of any positive transformation. Unborn children ain't go pay for this evil. You know, say Buhari was incompetent, but you still bring him to destroy Nigeria. Paddy government, now you are the president. Since Buhari don't destroy Nigeria, I hope say you go free bring him to judgment. Emefiele printed 23 trillion within 8 years under Buhari government. $6 million for election observers. They say somebody forged Buhari's signature. Now lie, Buhari signed that document, period. Where our refineries, where una promise to fix. I been a Dangote refineries would they depend on how much una don't make from removal of subsidies. Since una don't they sell fuel for 600 per liters. People they sell their properties to feed their families. Meanwhile, you and your cronies they buy more properties. Shout out to Labour chairman, una well done. If the government say they no fit pay 65k, then make they pay Senator and Rep 65k. Make all of us they enjoy the suffering and smiling. What you give is what you deserve. Ojoro no day. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Shout out to very black dark man. Where our daddy, Pastor Adeboye. During Good Luck Jonathan, your voice was so loud. You even vow to stage a 1 million match. Hunger and hardship under Tinubu government. You say Nigeria gets spiritual problem. Baba, we need your 1 million disciples to protest against President Tinubu government. Just the way you protest against President Jonathan. Daddy, I be legged on the pain your disciples. Fact, this na very big hypocrisy. It's time for you to speak the truth to power, because hunger won't kill Nigerians. Tinubu government blame Buhari. Buhari government blame Jonathan. Hunger day, people they die. This one don't pass jaga jaga. Oh. EMI LOKAN, OTD EMI LOKAN, Baba EMI LOKAN, Edaku EMI power. EMI LOKAN, OTD EMI LOKAN, Baba EMI LOKAN, Edaku Ojetiwo.
comment, and subscribe.